are legal requirements. So again, we recommend, the legal requirements are to regularly update Braille at Hempstead and Mineola, which Nice Bus has been doing, but also to add Braille to Nassau Community College, to Roosevelt Field, and to Jamaica bus terminals, where Nice Bus is operating. We're also calling upon NICE to bring on-board and off-board audible and visual announcements up to at least 80% compliance by 2014. So again, when we release this report in 2014, we want to show that there's at least 80% compliance. We want to ensure that able ride buses pick up riders within their scheduled windows on a regular basis. You've heard from Angela Davis, who talked about how she regularly has buses that are late, and having buses that are regularly late is something that really can impact a person's day. Our research showed, when we actually did the research for a year, we showed that 10% of the time the able ride buses were late for one passenger, and they were late an average of 32 minutes. So that's a huge amount for buses to be late, and we cannot continue to have these kinds of late buses operating. Finally, even though there was a decrease in the wheelchair lifts wheelchair lifts braking, we still want all wheelchair lifts on buses to be tested before they leave the yard, and to take broken wheelchair lifts off the road once they break. If necessary, we can leave the buses on the road with a broken lift for a maximum of 3 days under current ADA laws. Finally, the recommendations that we have, one is to expand the window in which able ride reservations can be placed. Last year, the able ride reservations could be placed from 7:30 to 5 o'clock. They've been decreased again from 8:30 to 5 p.m. So we want that window to be increased from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's a recommendation. We also want to ensure that if an able ride bus is late in picking up a rider, that the rest of the rider's trip is then shortened so that they're not also late for their appointments. Third, we want regularly tested and repaired able ride buses to ensure that wheelchair lifts don't break, like Angela was talking about, and that they're capable of safely lifting riders. Finally, we want able ride service to be extended into northern and northeastern Nassau County to ensure that more disabled riders can access the bus system. Again, some of these recommendations are just suggested improvements that NICE Bus should make to its bus system, but there are also legal requirements. Again, these are legal requirements that NICE Bus needs to fulfill. Audible announcements, Braille at bus terminals, and on-time pickups are legal requirements, and NICE needs to fulfill them. So we'll take at this point any questions that you might have for either me or for the members of the bus riders.